Guest tonight is Lieutenant Sarah Kokoski, spokeswoman for the NCPD. Hi there. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Ziggy. Thanks for having me.
I hope you made it to the studio without any issues. No carjackings or drive-bys along the way?
No. Fortunately, the streets of Night City are getting...
Don't turn your games. Come to the NCPD. We'll help you. No strings attached.
Updated drivers, so I'm trying to make sure nothing changed from doing that. Not exactly a common thing, but some games do weird shit when you do it. Make sure that I have not absolutely necessary, but turn it on anyway. Where the fuck is video? I turned this off yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm turning it back on. And unfortunately, because the GPU's getting hit to 100% on that, I have to make sure it's not hitting 100%. Because single PC streaming. I would wonder if I even need that other shit on if that's the case.
Why don't you control yourself?
Do you know last year in Cyberpunk damage? Make sure your implant is always the latest model.
I'm curious about that one.
¿Qué fue eso? ¡No te escondas, puta! ¡Dale ahí!
Of aerial accidents result in death. Stay. Gun owners are reminded that the use of firearms is prohibited by the law.
Ahora con 8 cámaras térmicas.
The hell? I don't really leave people living, so...
advises those traveling beyond
The
official
NCPD reserves the right to shoot suspects without warning.
In a tight spot? Don't turn to gangs. Come to the NCPD. We'll help. No strings attached.
Oh yeah, I forgot last night I did my jumping upgrade, but I forgot to see what my shadow looks like when I do the double jump. So now I gotta find a spot where there's an actual light that will show my reflection, well not my reflection, but my shadow, so I can, you know, see if my arms do the weird floppy thing when I double jump, or like you look like you're almost T-posing when you jump up. Boingity boingity boing. Going the wrong way.
Hola.
You don't know me, but you will. Name's Dino. Deal with downtown, city center.
V.
Yeah, I know. Heard about you.
I need to find the damn motorcycle.
Need anything, you call me. Remember, Dino knows everybody.
Now get out. I still think it's kind of sad that I said this the other day when I was streaming, if I'm not mistaken, but it's kind of sad that a 5090, 32 gigs RAM, 1.7 gig terabytes or terabit. I don't know how. I forget. I think it's terabyte 1.7. Yeah. Of transfer rate for the VRAM, all that lovely shit can't run Cyberpunk maxed out at 1440 without DLSS on quality mode to get 60. You can get 50 something 60-ish, but it'll drop down to 40s a lot. And you will like right now, if I lock my frame rate at 60 and I use the game on quality, it becomes kind of trivial to run the game because, you know, it's running at like 66% or whatever the fuck. So because of that, where I'm at right now, I'm only using 600 something watts. If I use, like, I think I said this during the other stream, but I repeat myself, so fuck it. If I use DLAA instead or turn off AA altogether, what'll happen is I will hit 800 something watts because the GPU will be going full tilt. So I'll be hitting like 500 something watts on a GPU. Like right now I'm hitting 350-ish. So I'm using, I think, what the 3090 would be using, or what would be getting, but the frame rate is locked instead of it kind of going up and down.
We're gonna get a fresh piece of chrome.
See what this guy's got. I'm not sure if they... Let's see what the stats are here. So one thing that I'll say that I'm not too much of a fan of is that maybe it's just the area that I'm in or some shit, but I noticed, and I'm not sure if this is 100% accurate or not, but from what I can tell, it looks like all the fancier tiered things, I don't know if they're locked behind your street cred level, but I recall playing the game in the previous patch before they did this newer update that allowed you to upgrade stuff and all that shit, and I recall having the ability to just go buy like fancy as hell, like high-end stuff as long as I had the money. I need to get my tech stuff up so I can actually start increasing cyberware capacity. Cyberware capacity shards, I didn't know what the fuck that was. Yeah, there's, was this one that I have? Nope, this one. Nope, where is it? Wait, what? Listen to the sound. So if I go from here, and I click each one, right? You still hear that little trilling sound in the background. But if I actually switch using A and D, the sound goes bye-bye. I'm not sure if that's a bug or a feature. Either way, let's see which one of these actually does what I was talking about or thinking about. I'm looking to see which one actually is the upgrade that makes my melee speed faster. This one. So if I get stuff like, if I could actually stack stuff like this, it'd just be like, yep, just slap the shit out of everyone. So you're gonna be hitting for like 200 damage or whatever the fuck, but you're always gonna be doing it ridiculously fast. Let's see what other like what are, if I can see my actual character stats. Why does it say 0 damage per second? Just be, let me pull out my hands. Maybe that's it. Let's go outside. Alright, we got hands out. Alright, so it says that that's my damage per second right now. I'm gonna switch to another weapon. Let's see this again. Yeah, I feel like this is bullshit, because if I spam like a charged punch, it does like 200 damage or something like that, whereas a shotgun can technically do a decent amount of damage, but only if you're like right up on someone. Where is that perk actually? That's right here. So yeah, all tech. So, I mean, I could have gone either way. If you go tech, your only problem is that you're not fighting a whole lot. You're stuck using all the fancy, like, lasers and shit like that, or whatever the fuck for weapons. But body is just, I get to beat the living shit out of everything with my bare hands, so that's the way that I usually go, because I just like punching everything in games, and I've said that before too. But having said that, again, it's fun times to punch everything in the game. Especially not, like, using gorilla arms is one thing, like, that's, you know, guaranteed Hulk status for punching everything. But using your bare hands is, to me, it's more interesting. Because I feel like, I'm not sure if I got this right, but I believe gorilla arms don't make you punch normal, they make you punch, like, gorilla. Like, you kind of swing, like, you still punch, but I think it slows you down a little bit. I'm not sure, because I haven't used them in a while. Pretty sure I have one save where I did do it before. Wait, what I gotta do is check, see if the... Let's go to the next window. I'm trying to see if one of these people... No fucking A. I didn't mean to call him.
Talk later.
All I want to do is do the texting, so... Nothing. Oh wait, this one. Oh, I feel like there's a kiosk kind of thing that you go to. Websites and shit. Alright, so I gotta find something to do that with. Don't hit me. My favorite thing of modern gaming is the complaints about path tracing and shit. And global illumination. So here's an example. Right now, like I mentioned, the game runs pretty decent for me right now with everything maxed out as long as I'm playing on DLSS quality. I could still get a decent frame rate out of it on like the max settings, if you will, like the preset. I think there's only one setting that really does an extra hit to quality, like the, well, not the quality but the performance. So let's see, where is it? Screen space reflections. So if I put this on ultra where it was originally, because you know there's a preset for that. Let's see what it does to my GPU use. So I'm gonna look right here because I have to look at the GPU usage on my own on the side. I'm seeing 73 to 74. 72 now, so let's see what happens when I turn on the psycho setting again. Because if that jumps it up to 80, then that means that that one setting is doing a lot of impact to their GPU usage. It doesn't seem like it made a substantial difference on the GPU usage. It just went up like 1%. Although, I'm curious, can you turn it off? The reason why I turn off screen space reflections for the fuck of it is because when you have ray tracing on and shit, I don't think it's gonna do a whole lot for you anyway. Like, I don't know exactly what it's doing, but like if you look at the ground, you're still seeing that he's still reflected. And the GPU usage is the same, it's still 70-some%. So I'm not sure. I forget, but there was one game that I played recently. I don't remember which one it was, though. I'd have to check on my Steam list, but I recall there was one game that you could turn on screen space reflections and global illumination stuff and the ray tracing reflections and all that shit, and it would actually make the screen space reflections happen on the ground, and it would make things look weird. And then if you turned them off, everything would look fine. Like, let's look at the ground right now. We see that sign, we can actually read what it says. Still read it. I'm wondering what it's actually doing though, because if you have ray tracing maxed out and shit, I would imagine there's not a whole lot that it's doing for you if it's working correctly. But I'm not a developer, so I would have to actually, like, you know, things that I wish I did, what I had at least one person that knew a thing or two about graphics or rendering pipelines and shit. Not from Google though, someone who actually had a formal education background in it, and not some modder who claimed to be a developer, like, you know, 3 years after making one change in a game. Because I've met people like that. Wait, what's this?
Still jam with the band now and then?
No time, kid. But I'll get back to you. The fucking days, those were.
You know, went to one of your gigs once.
Oh, this is the Dino guy.
Honestly, seemed better. Mostly, remember you bombing all over the front row.
Glory hole bandits will be back, babe. Just got some biz to hammer out first.
You Johnny Silverhand?
Come on, a little young for that. Did hit one of his gigs once. Yeah, fuck.
Decent gig?
Yeah, I played normal. But Johnny apparently had some soccer suit tied up backstage. Said if they didn't get at least 3 encores, he bashed the poor bastard's faceplate in. Johnny had style, kid.
Alright, Dino. In the mood to party. Where do I go for a good time?
Around here?
I hear Kerry Uridine's setting up a real preem shindig. I'll get you in. Just give me a little time. Kerry likes me.
So, Dino, what's good downtown?
Shit! Place is burning up, girl.
What kind of fire?
Since that soccer bitch showed up, all them suits are shitting themselves like they ate day-old caliente. Biz fucking booming. Everybody's gotta have a piece of old Uncle Dino.
This is like that kind of stuff. Maybe this is a goofy way of putting it, because I'm not exactly. What the hell? Character just warped to the fucking. Wait, he just disappeared. So the dude disappeared and she just warped to this part. Anyway, the GTA type shit, how you can actually hang out with people and all that, they should have done something like that in this game if they could have. Maybe they'll do something like that in the next game. But that would have been a nice to have thing where there was an actual, like, the city felt more alive instead of it just being nameless NPCs just running around everywhere. Because even GTA 4 had it where you could like, you know, the random girlfriend thing from the dating apps and shit, you could do that and you can literally hang out with them for whatever the fuck. I don't think you can actually hang out with them in public though. I'm not sure about that. I actually don't remember. Could have sworn there was certain things that you could do with certain random characters, like you can invite them out or some shit. I'm not sure though. Actually, I think it was more like you got laid, and then you could invite friends over, like people that you actually met in the game from the story or whatever, to actually hang out with you once in a while. But anyway, point is, it'd be nice if this game had some shit like that where you could actually like hang out with like fixer buddies, if you will, or random people that you meet through the game, not just doing missions. Let's see, where am I going for? I was doing this one before, but I feel like I should do that one. I want the car, but I want the bike too, so... And I feel like I should do this one, so that, you know, that's done. What the fuck is lack of empathy? Oh. Right, I'm gonna focus on this one for now. One thing that's interesting about Night City, or about the game, and like Cyberpunk and the whole concept is, from what I can tell, one thing that they could have implemented as a thing, like as part of the whole vanity thing that people have, is there are a lot of people that have an issue with their own height. So with these, like, you know, modified legs and shit like that, why don't people get modified legs that make them taller? Like, why haven't I seen that in the game where some character just looks like an NBA player just walking down the street? Almost everyone is similar height. The only exception are like boss enemies and shit like that.
Hello, I was just on the line with Candace.
Oh wait, I forgot I can use one of these to travel. Wait, 2 poor to pay rent. What? If only the game actually had a rental thing, that'd be something. If you can actually become homeless in the game, like the game was a little bit more, like forcing a little bit of tedious stuff on the player.
Someone in this tower go cuckoo again?
This is a private matter, so just...
Wait, I'm gonna change that setting so it's tapping it to do it instead of holding it.
Is there anything? He's a friend from the precinct. Hey, Barry? Everything all right in there?
When danger lurks, trauma team will be...
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Try again later.
This is the only mission that I know that's like ridiculously time sensitive.
Trauma team. Don't forget, you're worth it.
Once you start it. Wait, let me check some inventory stuff. The golfer's hat. Nah, taking that off. I'm hoping that the next Cyberpunk game is gonna have, I assume they will, because The Witcher is gonna have newer like weather systems and shit like that, so I'm hoping that whatever next Cyberpunk game they do make, and I'm hoping it doesn't take them forever to do it, at least to make it where it's actually good. Because I would imagine if they're using UE5, they're all doing trainings, they're taking classes with UE5 devs and shit like that, the people who actually like worked on it, not just, you know, Tim. Because he does programs, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm just hoping that they actually get fully ingrained in it and get into that ecosystem of understanding how it all works, and then it makes them more efficient with the development steps and shit like that, and they actually implement some weather systems and, you know, biomes, if you will, of the game and all that. Kind of loud. The fact that it says protects you from bullets to the throat, but it doesn't actually have any kind of armor protection thing, like, you know, head protection or something. Although in this game, I don't think there's localized damage for the player. Nope, too damn loud. Where is the stash thing? I'm just leaving shit in there. I can destroy that. So all these things I can actually destroy. The only exception is, let's see. Yep, we're doing that anyway. I'm going to leave anything that was unique to V in here, and anything that isn't will stay on me. And your Nova stuff. Wait, where's this? Right, there you go. All this other stuff is random shit that I just found. The only reason why I don't want to wear these is because if I accidentally destroy them and they're all like, you know, in case I want to do some stupid fashion bullshit later on. Because I don't know if you can reclaim any of that stuff, or if you get like copies of it in your stash anywhere at any random time. So I just leave all that shit in there. I have to either sell or destroy all this shit. Most likely gonna sell most of it since it's pushing the thousand Eddie mark. Some of it I'll probably just like check my gear and actually upgrade my shit. Not a whole lot of junk items that actually have any monetary value except like jewelry and stuff. I don't understand why that's the case. It was kind of lazy though. Everything's 3. As much as I don't want to rock the ugly shit, I'm just putting it on for now. And I have no shirt at the moment, so I'm just stuck this way. Wait, can I craft anything though? There's no clothing to craft. Oh, that used to be a thing, now it isn't. When they did their update for all that shit, made it that the only gear you can actually create has to be practical stuff. You can't actually make random bullshit anymore. Like clothing and shit. Because making clothing was how I had like ridiculous amounts of armor early on. Like I just go crafting, I just go full tech. And by like level 20, I already had like 300 or 400 plus armor or something like that. And I was basically like half bulletproof. And then when I got to almost max level, I had like thousands or some shit. I don't know. I just remember it being like I could literally just walk in front of max tack and they could just spray at me and I would not get hurt. Let's see what's useful here. Okay, so this one I can't use any because I'm using that item that makes it so I have a what the hell is it? I have cyberware on me that makes it that I have no ability to hack anything. However, because I don't have any ability to hack on them, if I get the other cyberware installed, I got 200-something% to my armor. So that's just, you know, the trade-off, because I don't really do the hacking thing, at least I'm not doing on this character much. So, having said that, I'm trying to see what I can craft to get my tech skill up. It can't be tier 1, because then it'll be garbage. Any regular pistol? No, I don't have one. Let me look at my weapons real quick. Submachine gun. What's this thing's damage? 12. And it's a tier 2, so it's gonna be what the hell I can craft anyway. What is this? Yeah, it's not really worth bothering to craft any of that stuff, but maybe a shotgun? So let's see that. So I can actually replace that with something a little higher. Not a tech one, though. Not a smart whip. Fuck it. I'll craft this one anyway. Just something that's better. I mean, there's better stuff here technically, but... yeah, apparently the shotgun I made is actually stronger than everything else. Wait, why is that? Oh, faster attack speed than the other one. What's the reload, though? 0.9, 0.7, so... yeah, this is overall better than the other ones. Nope, not doing that. See, to me, this applies to any game that I ever play that has rapid fire weapons. The faster it can spray, the better it is when you can actually get compensation stuff for that stuff. If you don't have compensatory type attachments and shit like that, you're better off just going for a slower fire rate with higher damage. If there's a rating like that. I'm used to playing Arma, so those numbers don't really matter. It's just the ability to actually, like, you know, ballistic stuff is the only thing that really matters in that. Call of Duty is what I play whenever I just want to teabag friends or randoms. Which I should probably reinstall that at some point, because that's my, like, you know, I'm bored, let me just shoot at people and goof around with people online kind of game. Playing deathmatch or whatever. The stealth damage thing would matter if I could actually sneak around, but at the moment I'm not really too sneaky. Except when I'm using my bare hands, so. What the fuck is aiming from cover? Wait, can I not? I can't take that out. It's a permanent mod. What? No. Alright, let's go to inventory proper. Backpack, and then look at all the weapons here. Sort by DPS. Actually, sort by price. The lowest price stuff will get destroyed, and then when I hit the mid part, I'll start getting ready to sell all those. Yeah, I think those are all, I'm just gonna sell all this shit. And then for the knives and stuff, that's still sorted that way. Hey, what the hell? Does less damage, quite a bit. No armor penetration. Better for stamina cost, so you can kind of spam it, but I'm not exactly a knife dude. I'm just doing this as my backup plan. If I need like a bump in damage or defense or something like that. These are decent though. The stun batons are decent because you know, attacks can hit multiple enemies at once and they're blunt. So I actually get damage from, well, I actually get bonus for using them. But this is actually weaker than this guy substantially, so I just use a katana. Anyway. Alright, what's the value on this? Alright, so these are all being sold. And these I will destroy. And all these I can just destroy. At least all the cheap stuff, they're not really worth anything, so it's not even worth keeping them. Let's see, where do they start? If only I could flag multiple things and just do them all at once. Where are these from? I'm gonna throw those in my stash for the fuck of it. Nah, fuck it, I'll get rid of all of it. It's all garbage. If only some of these junk items had some kind of purpose. Like, you know, like being able to actually, like, use it for random stuff. Like, don't have junk items to begin with. It makes me think of, like, another Rockstar game, Red Dead. If you find random junky items, they may have an actual purpose, whether it's reselling them or using them for a quest or some other shit. Alright, I'll make money off those, and then I think that's about it for all that shit. Let's see, what else? Oh, there's literally a button to hit. Motherfucker. I'm not disassembling all the junk because I can't flag things. Like, if I could flag these, like, don't disassemble this shit, I want to sell it, then that would be fine. But since it's in the junk thing, hitting that button, dangerous games, I'll lose 1,000. I ain't doing that. Let's see, what else? Wait, this is a perfect example of to check out that setting. Let's see, go over here. Yeah, it's not really doing a whole lot. They also they have some UI stuff to work on too. Like, if I hold this stationary, you still hear it making that sound, but if I let go of it, it's fine. It should be only making that sound when you're actually scrolling it. Wait, is there a benefit to using sharpening? Like, if I put this at 50, I feel like sharpening in general is kind of I mean, sharpening like on your monitor, or if you do it through a control panel or something within Windows or something like that, will add, like, it's like when you do it on your TV, it just adds like this white line on everything. I just don't know if it does much of a benefit, because I don't mind using DLAA or DLSS or any of that shit, but I don't want my image to be like blurry because of it. I guess this isn't too bad. We'll see how I think about it later. Oh wait, let's do the in-game sleep thing. Cause I gotta remember I'm actually doing the Barry thing, trying to get that shit done. Now, one thing that would have been another nice thing to have is if when you're in the game and you're in fights or whatever the fuck, if there's occasions where Johnny would appear telling you advice on how to handle certain things and shit like that.
Barry? Am I remembering that right?
Who is it?
V! Your neighbor from back then. You were... You gave me...
I remember.
Just seen that.
Us?
Badges don't get a monopoly on loss. You see death every day in my line of work. You get used to it.
You come in.
Yeah, things do look sharper with the sharpness up. I just don't know why it's so fucking blurry when you don't use that kind of shit. Like, why are games like that?
What do you mean, two? Best.
Guessing things at the NCPD haven't...
In order to get him to actually do his thing, you have to talk to him about all the little side things.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I already said that one.
He thinks.
But you told...
Scientists, MS is one of experts. The cost of this for the second consecutive week.
So
Already set. The Swedish Academy Award for Literature has announced its latest. Grantchester, who is an AI.
Mendez doesn't.
Her first novel, In the Shade of an Apple Tree.
Sure thing.
I'm hoping I got all of them. Yeah, it mentions find the niche, yeah.
At all foods, nature comes first.
Hey!
Give my fucking gun.
Haven't seen you in a good while.
Then get that damn pistol. Wait, does he have plans too? The fuck is this? This is just an expensive ass gun. $9,000. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let's sell some stuff. The club, I might just keep that one at the moment because I don't have any others of it. And this pistol apparently does more. Wait, am I seeing that right? Power pistol does. The shotgun might be better overall. But I am a pistol dude primarily. That's my thing. Alright, elite price. That is the elite price, bro. Right, sell all that shit. Wait, why do I have two of it? The fuck? Why do I have two of the same gun? Same price. Same stats? Wait, why do I have two? Is this another fucking bug, man? What the hell is that? Exactly two of the exact same gun. You have to view all items in order to see the fucking build plans. I think I'm good enough here. Now, why do I still have two pistols on me? Only one, okay. Because I was about to say, like, why the fuck was it showing two in there? And how much damage does this thing do? Has a higher attack speed, but the damage isn't higher than the shotgun necessarily. So how is it? Oh. Wait. Can be charged from hipfire? How the fuck does that work? Let's go to the crafting bench thing here. Let's go my crafting shit, see if we can upgrade that pistol. I can. I'm actually tempted to use the pistol instead, so I'll save that one on the side here. So you can hold to add to favorite. Then, which one again? Suppressor. Wait, I can't craft the suppressor, can I? I mean, I can, but what are the stats on this thing? It's the same thing, it's just a garbage version of the same shit. I need how many more? 17. Oh well. I will not be... I mean, I want to put the suppressor on it. But 20 damage reduction from 17 to... It puts me back at the same range as what the other weapon was doing for damage. But it does double my damage from stealth, so as long as no one sees me, I am doing twice the damage. So that'd be... What is that going to be, like... almost 30 plus 125 headshot multiplier and 25 armor penetration, so it'd be like 40 something 50 damage, maybe. Might be wrong on that. Kind of guessing. Oh, it's a fucking rabbit. Oops. What the hell? Yeah, I can do this all day. Well, not all day, but... What the fuck is that, man? One thing I'm wondering, because the little quirks that I get, like, I have too many fucking thoughts about this game. Or about whenever I'm playing any game. Because you have the 3D headphone option, but I'm wondering, does that actually work properly? Does it break certain things? Like the audio quirks that I saw on the Switch 2, is that because of the 3D audio? Or is that just a game problem, you know?
So,
I really do wonder what the fuck happened to audio for PC games in general. Like, why? So we had CMSS 3D, we had, you know, EAX in the past and all that shit. And somehow over the years, as we went more towards, like when Microsoft did their, instead of, whatever the hell it was, Direct Sound or whatever the fuck, and they switched to, WDM audio and all that shit. Somehow we lost a lot of 3D positional audio in games because there's no more hardware acceleration stuff for it. So I used to be able to hear like someone directly above me and shit when I had EAX and all that crap, and now I don't know if there's a whole lot of games that can actually do that properly. So technologies like the thing marketed for Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy XIV, that with the embody audio shit. You would think that that's actually useful stuff, but it's. I've asked them questions about it, like whenever they post on Twitter or something like that, I've like questioned them about it, asking why anyone would bother buying their. I'm gonna kill the game audio for a sec so you can just hear me. But I would question, like, the only question that I really asked them. It's not like I'm trying to interrogate anyone, but I'm trying to. What the fuck? It's like the ground wasn't rendered. Okay, the ground wasn't rendered. Anyway. what I had asked the Embody people was, what makes your audio stuff better than just using like Dolby, like Dolby Atmos headphone or DTS Headphone X, or any other spatial audio solution like Windows Sonic and stuff like that. Like, what would make someone want to spend the money on Embody's audio solution over anything else? Because the way that it works, as far like they couldn't even explain that shit when I asked them about it. I'm like asking like, yo, what are you doing differently? And the person that was responding to me, whoever the fuck was doing the community bullshit, was giving me the least technical, like, marketing level kind of bullshit that I've ever seen. It's like it was a salesperson or someone with a sales background. So I'm asking why you have to sell this on a person who plays PC games. You're not selling it to a console player who might, like, not to say that they're all fucking non-technical people, but you're not selling this, or you're not explaining it to me to sell it to a person who's non-technical. Do you talk to me about it? You're talking to a person who wants to know the actual technical reason why anyone should spend money on it. What's the actual improvement over anything else? Like, I need to actually know what makes it better versus anything else that a player would have. And they said, they just said, try it. And I'm like, yo, but I literally said in my original comment that I'd already tried this shit before, and it sounded like it was the same audio, but with EQ applied. Like, you literally just put an equalizer setting on it. That's why each game doesn't have any special thing going on with it with Embody audio. It's literally just an EQ profile, as far as I could tell. And it would, like, because the way that I understand it is it's a driver, right? It takes your audio, it takes, it's a driver thing in Windows that acts as a surround sound item, right? Like, it acts as a surround sound device in Windows. And what you're doing with it is it takes that surround sound, the surround sound that it's claiming to have, taking the 7.1 channel surround that the game might be putting out, and it does that, but it acts as it just downsamples it to a stereo. It does to HRTF stereo. So it's literally just making a virtual surround sound thing, and this has already existed for a long time. DSP has always been a thing for a long time, and in this case, you're doing DSP to a 7.1 signal that you're faking at the driver level in the OS, and then you're just converting it and downsampling it to a stereo mix, right? And having done that, they then apply their EQ to make certain sounds more pronounced. Like if you're doing it like for an RPG, you might try to make it look more like expansive, or like, you might want to make the sound more wide sounding, if you will. And then when you go to when you're doing it for shooter games and shit like that, you're gonna want to make it more balanced audio, or mid-focused even, like maybe slightly mid and high focused. And the reason why you do that is because those are the sounds that footsteps and doors and shit like that often have. Reload sounds and all that shit, they're all like in the mid and high frequencies. So when I asked them about this shit, that's literally, like, they had no fucking answer about this shit, and that's what I understood it to be, because I've tried it before and it did nothing for me. So I kind of, went on a little rant here about game audio and shit like that, but suffice to say, so when back in my Counter-Strike days, right, in my Counter-Strike days, a friend of mine and I spent like a month or so every day 1v1ing each other. Like, not literally every single day, we just play together a lot. And then we would go to random servers and shit like that, or servers that we knew that we just joined all the time, and we would try our practice stuff in there. And what we were doing is we were practicing 3D positioning audio stuff, like learning how to identify and instantly aim at you through walls. Because even though like there was reverb and all that shit, the games didn't have they had like verticality to them, if you will. You can actually hear when someone was above you, can hear when they were below you, you can hear when they were at a wall or below or behind it and shit like that. So we just got acclimated to doing that shit so that we could spray the fuck out of people in Counter-Strike through walls. And getting banned all the fucking time became kind of a thing of ours. People just assume that, oh, they're cheating. Like, no, you reloaded, I heard you, and I shot you through the fucking wall because you didn't move. So a lot of that would happen. But that's how audio was in like 2000, 2003, around that time. And it kept going on until like 2007, 2008. Whenever the hell it became that shift to WDM audio, which I think was around like Windows, was Windows 10 when that first started. So it's been a while. Like, we had a good amount of time with that shit. But anyway, point is, I haven't really played a game that had good 3D audio in a long time. And I still am in that point where I haven't had a, I just got my ass hit by a car, so. But I still haven't had a game that actually had decent 3D audio even to this day, except back then. Like, I have sound cards sitting in a bin somewhere. I have like the old EAX, or like all of them, the X-Fi cards and shit like that. I have all that shit just lying around in a bin.
Barry's not okay. I mean, if that tortoise was the one thing that got him up in the morning.
Now you're starting to get it.
He looks better now.
His friends have
Before
to know.
path racing, he can look kind of goofy.
Hopefully it's not too late.
You know how it goes. Stare too long into the abyss will stare right back at you.
Deep thoughts with Johnny.
Taking a step into it wouldn't be so drastic, considering the shit he's seen in his lifetime.
Wait, where'd he go? I walked through him and he disappeared. Anyway, yeah, my rant about sound, there you go. Like, let me look at something for here, because if I go through all the... Boosting low, I'm assuming is bass. Boosting high is just giving you high focus, like if I do that. It should sound borderline airy.
Because he was acting strange.
Oh wait, that's a sound that I can probably use for this, so I'm gonna use the menus sounds like this one. It's not really doing a whole lot. It's very subtle, whatever it's doing. Oh, you can hear from the menu. So home cinema, if you listen to the background, I'm gonna shut up so you can just hear. I'm gonna just scroll through each one. You can just hear the background. Gotta mute the microphone so you don't hear me. You just hear the audio changes. Yeah. Home cinema gives you a wider dynamic range from the looks of it. And the headphone setting seems to give you like compression. The problem with having compression for game audio, which is not a common theme necessarily for everything, but when you have the option to do a dynamic range setting, if you turn that dynamic range to, night mode or something like that, you're getting rid of all the depth. So what sounds like it's far away could actually be right next to you. Well, not like that, the other way around. Whatever sounds next to you could actually be further away because of compression. Like when you use a compressor on a microphone, it'll just make you sound like you're always louder. But it'll also make it that whenever you're really loud, it brings you down. For me, on my microphone, slightly, another tangent, if you will. But on my microphone that I'm using right now, which is the U87, not that it's relevant, it doesn't matter what the microphone is necessarily, I'm just telling you what the fuck it is. To whoever's watching this shit later on or now, whatever. I don't use the compressor on my, what the hell is it, not my interface, but on the preamp. I don't use the compressor on it much, if ever. Especially right now, it's not even on. Because I have a noise gate on, and if you have the compressor on, you can still have a noise gate, but you already have to hit a certain volume threshold in order to even be able to be audible, right? And doing the compressor makes it so that you have to lower your gain so that you don't hit it so often, so you're not triggering the gate to open up all the damn time. It'll make you sound very much like radio, though. Like, using a compressor can make you sound like you're on the fucking radio. Like, most people that do, like, streaming and shit like that, they probably use something like that if they have spent some money on their audio setup, and you'll know because they'll sound like they're rocking a radio voice. I can do an example of that right now. Hello. Let's see. If I do this, and then you're gonna see that everything that I do, like everything that I say, is just gonna sound like it's one fucking volume. So if I get louder, if I get lower, it's not much of a difference. Which is fine when your room is quiet. But if your room isn't quiet, like you have fans and shit, every time you speak, that audio of the fan is gonna be coming up audibly. Like, it's gonna be super fucking audible. Eee. That's not even the right way. Oops, my bad. Alright, so I gotta go up here somewhere. I think because of how close I am to the microphone, like I'm like 4 inches or less away, using the compressor at a low level isn't a big deal, but if I were to amp it up, suddenly you'd be hearing everything in the fucking room. Every time I spoke, you just hear like the computer fans and shit like that. But since I'm real close to the microphone, the gain's not super high to begin with. It's not as big of a concern, but in most cases, like if you're using an SM7 or something like that, and you have the compressor on, but you don't have any kind of noise gate or something like that, you're just gonna be like, everyone's gonna hear every fucking weird sound in the background.
Hello, I'm Jillian Jordan. Welcome to the World Report on N54 News. The Western corporate states recently announced a new visa program.
I talk too much about technical shit. And I still didn't even do the thing. Hold on, the radio voice thing. I forgot to fucking do it. Here's the radio voice. Because when people, it's fucking annoying. When people do, like, podcast bullshit or whatever the hell, they'll often, like, if they have a mixer that their microphone's connected to, they'll literally go to the fucking knobs and turn their, the low frequency stuff up, and then they'll turn the high frequency stuff up too, and it just makes them sound like this, like they're doing a fucking radio broadcast. And I'm really like, I'm looking at my meters and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm somehow hitting red on OBS, but the actual preamp isn't even remotely hitting red. It's like I'm just hitting under the level.
It's you.
Where the hell are these guys?
Barry?
I gotta kill that shit though, because it sounds weird.
For crying out loud, Mendez.
Alright.
Hey.
Hold on a sec, I got life stuff coming up. Hold on.
So, what exactly did Barry tell you about that friend he lost?
Not much. Hardly ever spoke about him.
Why?
Said once he was the only one who could understand him.
Oh yeah, and sorry if I was really loud or
nice
whoever
to have
heard that
someone
shit
like that.
during, or if you listen to this shit later on. Because I know that when you do EQ stuff, it can make you get really fucking loud real quick.
Come on, time's short.
Barry isn't in great shape. So much so, in fact, that he preferred to talk to a tortoise instead of you two.
That's supposed to be funny?
The complete opposite. It's sad as hell. Barry didn't handle badge life too well. You made fun of him, so he stopped sharing things. And apart from you guys, all he had was a tortoise. His best friend. A memento of his grandma. Till he died, that is.
Fuck. I don't fucking believe this. You're bullshitting me.
You want proof? Niche in the columbarium speaks for itself.
What the hell?
Why would he lie to us, though? He talked about that tortoise like it was a normal person.
How do you think Mendez would react if Barry admitted he was talking to animals?
Jesus, Barry.
He's not
I thought he was
talking to
being a drama
animals.
queen, that he'd get over it. I gotta go and talk to him.
About time. Thanks, Rick.
That should be the good ending for this quest, where he doesn't do anything dramatic.
Idiota.
What'd you say?
I already told you. You ain't got a warrant, you ain't coming in.
Damn it, Barry. Can't we just talk? Petrova told me your last case was a real ball buster. Boss told you to keep your lips sealed, huh? Had a similar situation once, you know? Fucking child killer. Dirtbag was on the Petrochem board, so it was out of our hands. Remember it to this day. That little kid's t-shirt. Green, with this funny yellow cat.
Let me come in. Don't invisible wall me, let me in. No. Well, there you go. I've completed that quest without Barry being removed from the apartment, although it's inconsequential because you do that one mission and that's it. You don't see him around as far as I'm aware of. Like, you don't see him around ever again. The game, although it has a lot of NPCs and shit in the game world, it doesn't feel like it actually has a whole lot of life going on for it. Go to sleep. It's another thing, when you're going behind NPCs, you can't grab them. No Life 3. For the glass half full gamer. It's kind of weird. So I know that, like, I'm pretty sure that a lot of the audio shit that I was bitching about has its own unique thing going for it in a lot of games. Like, an example, if I play Gray Zone Warfare, that is a game that, although it is a modern PC game using Unreal Engine 5,
During the last sesh,
the audio in it is actually like 3D, like spatial audio. When you're inside of a building, audio outside sounds muted. If you close the door and shit like that, it actually sounds like it's directional in some way. And the only game that I know of that actually had some kind of 3D audio implementation in recent times, as far as I could tell anyway, that actually has like proper 3D audio implemented in some way, was Avatar. Frontiers of Pandora, I think. That was the only game that actually used like supposedly like ray traced audio, if not mistaken. So I'm gonna try this right now because I'm playing the game, but I'm a techie and I'm just playing the fucking game. Like, I'm not playing this shit. But yo, watch me do the story. You've already seen the fucking story if you've played this game before, or even seen anything of it. So I'm just kind of analyzing the fuck out of everything that I see. So 3D headphones.
you said your mom had you covered for smokes. I mean, she does.
Dude, there's a wall there. I've been like. I shouldn't be hearing the audio like that, whether it's 3D or not. Like, I'm gonna try to do this. Like, let me turn around.
I'd call trauma stat.
I want to see what it sounds like when you're doing like speakers or home cinema versus the headphone settings.
Anyway.
Because if it sounds the same, in Windows the audio setting is set to the stereo because there is no headphone setting unless you use the actual plug on the board, as far as I'm aware.
For your own safety, do not disturb or obstruct NCPD officer performing their official duties.
Come on. I need the AI to actually do something again.
Sign up for our platinum plan.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a, it's like a, almost like doing a cutoff thing. So what happens if I do this?
9999 Trump team. Don't forget, you're worth it.
Come on.
Enjoying the weather. Average temperatures this
Come on, do it again.
have remained within human safety levels.
Damn it, I need a consistent fucking sound source. What? Oh, there's... So, it doesn't seem to matter whether you're using headphones or... Like, I wish they had, like, descriptors for all that shit, because I don't know what the fuck any of that shit's doing. I'm not sure if it's just dynamic range changes or what. It sounds like it's just primarily dynamic range changes, but I would assume headphones, like the default headphone setting, would have the widest dynamic range second to the home theater setup. Like, let me check these settings one more time. I would imagine, like, home cinema and headphones would have the largest dynamic range, and then TV speakers would be kind of normalized to very, like, a mid-level dynamic range, and small speakers would be the same as that. And the boost ones are just boost in frequencies, and I would imagine 3D headphones would be the same thing. Wide dynamic range, but it's more emphasized on positional audio. But that doesn't seem to be the case as far as I can tell. I have no fucking idea what the hell it's doing with the audio. Let me... This might kill... I was about to fuck with something on Windows. I'm not sure if I should do it, though, because it might actually kill my, might fuck my OBS settings. Let's do it anyway. Fuck it. You can see this shit. How can I actually get to this? Hold on a sec. Because Atmos is enabled at the moment. And now it's completely off. Didn't seem to do a whole lot for anything else. Like, it seems like the audio is still working in OBS and all that, so... Yeah, because I know, like, the spatial audio in Windows can sometimes fuck with these kind of settings. So now let's do it again. Wait, I gotta check something else here. Yeah, I gotta look this up. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I don't know. This is something to obsess over for no reason, though.
universe. If you're looking for a taste of paradise, don't wait a microsecond longer. Send space to 7299 right now. Crystal Palace.
Let's see what happens when I'm outside now. Come on. Yeah, it's one of those stupid obsession moments. Yeah, now it actually sounds like it's behind me a little bit. So, what does the default headphone setting do? Yeah, it actually sounds like it's behind me now. So using, as far as I can tell anyway, it seems like using the Windows spatial audio shit is actually not beneficial when you're playing games. Like, unless the game, like, I'm not even sure how to fucking say that. I feel like games are their own audio implementation. They should, and in the WDM model for audio, that's just how it works. If you were using something like that in other games, like in the past, that just did direct sound kind of shit, maybe it would have worked out better that way for the proper 3D positioning and all that shit, but I'm not sure. It's like the graphical bullshit that I was going on about earlier about, like, you know, like, screen space reflections and all that shit. It's like, if I knew someone who knew about all this technology a little bit better that actually worked in that field, it'd make more sense to get into big discussions about it, but it's like, don't. I'm kind of just going on educated guesses that may not be that educated. Wait, what am I doing now? I think I'm just gonna do my... what was I gonna do? This one. I was gonna do the car thing, but the Delamain thing can wait. I'm just gonna go try and buy a bike if I can. Which means I should not have gone downstairs. I should have stayed upstairs so I can actually get to the computer and buy the bike. Because I think, yeah, I got 26,000. I could buy a motorcycle.
The longtime head of the Japanese megacorporation was reported slain on the...
What does he want? Oh, the club thing.
...on Peki Plaza corporate hotel while attending a family gathering. Saburo Arasaka's son, Yorinobu Arasaka, has cast blame for his father's murder on the company's rivals, although he has not yet provided evidence supporting this claim.
And back upstairs.
According to market analysts, the CEO's death may have been a desperate attempt to divert attention away from the company's ongoing internal issues. After the break, we ask experts how they see Arasaka rebounding from the crisis.
An explosion of taste! Know what the worst thing is about this plane?
Got another drive.
Oh my god.
Coming your way.
What up, homie? What you doing in the bricks, man?
Prepare for cooler conditions.
Alright, now to the computer and see what we can get for vehicles. Wait, rent past due. See, this I don't understand. They show you this, but there's no actual bill that you pay. It's just, it's presumed that someone paid all your shit. What the hell is this? What is this empty thing? Wait, why can't I buy earn more street? I gotta close the fucking windows in the game, man. You got glare in the fucking game too. Alright, back to this. Bikes. Earn more street cred to unlock this. Man, this is the fucking bike that I want. You know why? Because there's a motorcycle in real life that obviously exists replicating this one. And obviously this one we all know because it looks like straight out of Akira. So I just need more street cred, so I need to beat on more random people and do more side missions and shit. But of the bikes, the only one that I want is, I think is it this one? No. Yeah, it isn't the, what appears to be a Russian song. Nazare. Whatever the hell, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. What the fuck is this though? If I click on it, does it just buy it? Okay, no. What does it say? This looks like it's a fucking delivery bike. So this, wait, Peacekeeper, is that a cop bike then? Wait, what? Let's read this again. It's faster. So, okay, so this is actually faster than the Akira looking bike. And the only bike that I can actually buy is the fucking delivery bike. So what street cred do I need to get this thing? Well, I guess we'll find out. So I don't have a bike to buy, but let's it's my save thing. Wait, is this still save? Oh, let's look at these things. So this is not, okay, 223, so I have to, this one. Alright. I really wish I could just name them, or if they have their own like separate folders based on what game you were currently on. Wait, they got the little kiosk thing here, we'll do this guy. Now, where am I going? I still haven't been able to see my shadow anywhere so far.
Really? So... maybe we scooch it, put it up against the wall.
Nice to see you. Oye, sit. Sit. You want a beer?
Wouldn't mind one.
Salud.
That's a beer. So we're going whiskey bottle. Skip.
Ivy.
Hello, dwarf.
Let me tell you what he told me once. Told me he'd take a bullet for me, in an instant, even if it'd kill him.
Spoken like a true Haywood boy.
A man, with dreams, ambitions. Only thing that cost him was his life.
That's how it goes.
There's a huge chunk of...
Mind giving me a hand?
I'm not sure I should go in there.
Still too...
Well, at least you get one free bike. I'm like thinking about buying one when you literally get one.
Fine piece of metal and mechanics. He
I
was
prefer the
so
yellow one, though.
psyched.
What's this? What am I looking at?
Basketball signed by Dante Gonzalez.
He was from Haywood, too. Everyone here shot hoops. Dante ran circles around him. I think he might have been the first kid to ditch the Valentinos.
Like Jackie?
Mm-hmm. They both wanted more out of life. Dante's captain of the...
Wait, what am I looking at now? Hold on.
Jackie loved to pump iron, didn't he?
He called it his...
Wait, what am I looking at here? Is it actually showing me something from there?
Guess no man cave's complete without some of those, huh?
He said they're collectibles. They don't print them anymore.
It's definitely why they're up there, yeah.
Oh, Jackie.
That a mandala?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you alright?
I'm so much better than all right. I once told Jackie he should sweep all the dark energy out of this place. A sand mandala would do the trick, for example. He told me that out of sand he'd build a castle, a home, the Wells family hideout, stronghold, something.
I guess you made a bigger impression than you thought.
I guess I did.
Isn't it just a little... janky?
It's it.
Oh, I can actually scan the thing. I forgot about that.
An aquarium?
Used to be tacos.
And...
Miss Fish.
Sounds like a mighty expensive fish. Leather belt?
Sort of a memento. His dad's.
That does not look like the character in the game.
With it. Until one day,
that looks
Jackie
like
fought back. Kicked his
a
butt,
dude you'd see at a bar.
Told him he'd kill him next time. Old man was hospitalized, and then he left.
Why'd he hold on to it?
In case his dad ever comes back.
Jackie's favorite tequila.
It's his...
Gotta be Jackie's. Nice still. Love to poke around engines.
He was 15 when he first got on a bike.
Knowing him, it is a miracle he never wiped out. Still full.
His favorite. Strategic reserve. No touching.
How come?
¿Por qué no puedes tocar una reserva estratégica, va?
Let's see what else.
Gotta be hanging here since 2020.
Wait, wasn't there like some book or something? There it is.
For Whom the Bell Tolls. Ernest Hemingway.
Jack read it a dozen times. Always right before a big job. He said the guy who wrote it was tougher than Morgan Blackhand.
You read it? Is it any good?
I never got the chance.
It'd be a good tribute for the ofrenda, though. Jack, pure and simple.
Well, you got something for your ofrenda. But we could look around a little more.
Wait, what else did I just see? Alright, I think I'm good on that.
Better get going.
Say bye to him.
What happened?
Let's just say she didn't see me as daughter-in-law material.
What did she have against you?
That my name wasn't Camila and I wasn't Jackie's ex-output.
Right. You gotta come.
I'd rather not.
You were...
I guess... So?
You ever thought you might...
I'll see you at the Coyote. After a week, I realized I couldn't live without the traffic outside my window and my neighbors hollering.
Wait, where's my walk button? Oops. Wait, what is the walk button? Wrong button. The fuck's the button to walk? G. It's not instinctive. So many fucking games with different binds. To be fair, I by default would bind shit to like X and shit like that, but then you have the games that have prone stuff and all that, so.
Then go raise a glass to
Alright, let's see where them guns at.
A few glasses.
De acuerdo.
Where are they?
Hey, it's good you're here. We're about to start. Sit down, please.
Where's she at? Where's Misty at?
I thank you all for coming today.
Skip, 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 skip.
Among the membership of the Night City Devils Boxing Club, we had this saying. Make your best friends among the fighters who knock you out cold. And it's true. Jackie's arm was a cannon. No one's ever hit me as hard. I can still almost feel it. Well,
me mandó Camporta. Recuerdo cuando Jackie se nos unió. Era un niño fuerte. Cuando decía que iba a hacer algo, cumplía. Tenía honor. Podría haber llegado lejos. Mis condolencias a la familia. Que descanse en paz.
It all started when he put a heater to my head. Then some badges showed up. Beat the shit out of both of us. Half my fault, half his. We hightailed it out together. Half an hour later, we were eating dinner at Mama Wells's. Turned out to have more in common than we thought. Principles. Jackie Wells. The best friend you could ask for. Loyal to a fault. Once he set his mind on something, he once told me, but most...
What the hell?
Thought he was... And ultimately, he did what he said. If he's watching. When you go to war as a boy, you have a great illusion of immortality. Other people get killed, not you. Then, when you are badly wounded the first time, You lose. Rest easy, Chum.
Por mi hijo. Thank you for your... I'm glad you're here.
Wait, where the hell Misty at?
Sucks to meet like that.
Lot of people come today. Even that bodega Jackie was messing around.
What'd you say? This is where the attitude comes out. Like, what'd you say?
Her name is Misty.
That's right.
What?
That's right.
Misty. Go. Invite.
Do you know what? Jackie would want you to.
Jackie.
So don't.
Thank.
Cuídate.
Free motorcycle. Let's see what else. Bartender dude. Where are they at?
Hey, you!
Wait, bartender's right next to me.
Poured you another?
See the Valentina.
I've as many as...
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I should just be hammered like, yeah, I fell over. Alright, now what? I'm finally done. Come on. Wait, what are them guns at? Thought they were somewhere around here.
It's so...
The fact that I'm not seeing them there, I'm wondering what the fuck happened there.
Ah.
Could have sworn he had guns here. Unless that got changed somehow. Let's see. Wait, where's the button for you? Okay, so I have to go outside first before I can do that shit. Get some distance to get things to change in there. H, okay. See if that'll force a despawn and everything, and I can just go in there and see if the guns are there. Come on, get out the way. Everyone's still there, goddammit. Alright, let's see, what quest am I doing now? I'm gonna try finishing that one. Wait, actually, this one first. Oh, nope. Yeah, I'll do that one first. But I'm just gonna get some distance out of here so I can go back. Because clearly they're not despawning. What the hell? What the fuck?
Did you see that?
Alright, I'm hoping I went far enough to actually be able to go back. I feel like that would have despawned everyone. I'll know when I don't see a bunch of green tags inside of the place. Yep. Ah, there you go. So they're the exact same gun, but two of them. Not sure how. So I'm based on the attack speed thing. I'm assuming it's because the Dying Knight pistol's actual like sprayer, like it's auto. But I'm not sure how that works for if I'm just clicking for the other gun. What the hell does this actually do? Weapon zoom? Don't need that. Character looks like his fucking went to a thrift shop and stole a bunch of shit. Nah, don't hit me. Alright, now can I do the shadow thing since I actually have a light here? Alright, jump. So you look like you're doing like some flying thing when you jump like that now. So the arms don't seem to be doing any weird shit.
Pete? Hey, it's Kurt.
Oh, this asshole.
How's things, my chum?
Chum. Sure you don't got the wrong number? Seem to recall the last time I saw your face. It had my fist planted in it.
Ah, you know, what's past is past. What's more
Oh wait, it still happens. It's not when you double jump, it's when you single jump. You can see the arm like breaking whenever I jump. You have to be sprinting to do it though.
Well, what do you say?
Fine. See you there.
Same old V. I always said you were smart.
Say a lot of things, Kirk. Pure bullshit included.
Oh no, V, not this time. This time,
yeah, the arm thing is still happening. Wee.
Best not stall too long on this one.
Wee.
Later.
Oh wait, I got the bike now. And the spawning is still out there. Am I in the right spot? Not on the right side.
You wish.
The hell's got you?
Well, well. Who do I spy but V? In my humble parlor, no less.
Wakako, long time no. What did they do? Have some outstanding biz to settle. Remember Sandra Dorset?
I don't forget such things, V. Here is your reward. It comes with a fairly ample bonus. Go see a Ripper Doc. They'll weave you a dermal imprint that will enable smart gun compatibility. A Tiger Claw specialty.
Got something that'll keep you wet.
The hell? Okay. Wait, restaurant stuff. Where's the food?
I can see.
You mean... What you got to eat?
Seafood.
If only they actually let you eat, like an animation thing. Seems you just buy stuff and that's it. Cat food. I'm gonna buy all the cat food. Not a scratch. I have not scratched the bike at all. Fuck, flight. What the fuck? Still not scratched. Matt. Wee.
You don't want to fuck with me.
Come on, line up. Not sure what the hell that was.
Take it.
Buy. Alright, 0. Now we don't need that because I actually have upgraded stuff. Now if only they actually had one that made your hands just good for punching. Not sure if that's a thing. Don't look like it. What does the 347 mean, though? Not upgrading that one because I don't want to just go burning through all my shit just yet. Wait, what do I have in my character's inventory? I can't really see what the hell I have on me necessarily, but yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to make stuff to upgrade with. Wait. This is a 5 slaughter and I have 76 of 80, so how am I able to... Oh, it's because it's one of these. Or is it nervous system, is it? Nope. This one? Where's the one that I was looking at before? Not this one. Where the fuck is it? This one. Oh, I already have that equipped, so that's how I have my armor. Okay. Wait, what the hell? I'm assuming this one would sell for 1,081 and this one would be bought for that, but it's the same exact stats. I don't get why the hell it's even showing me that as an option like that, but whatever. Yeah, I haven't even used this. I completely forgot to fucking activate the damn thing. No, what the? Come on. Alright. Maybe I'll do this one. Not at the moment though, because I have to get the fuck out of here so I can eat something real life. So I'm heading out of here. At least for now. Later.